Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hey guys, so welcome back to Metroid Dread. I should say welcome back. I just was bored and randomly decided to stream. I wasn't gonna stream today, but and then I decided to stream this for some reason. I've been thinking about it. Um, I had a bunch of videos that I made on it, but I don't think I actually made a stream on it before. And I thought about doing Dread mode, but tomorrow we're gonna save Ori for tomorrow. But I was gonna try this. Now I've beaten this a lot of times. I'm not new to the game, and that's why I skipped like the intro and stuff. I'm not new to this game, just fair warning. So I will be skipping all the cutscenes and all that stuff. So if you want to see that, you're not watching the right video or stream, whatever you want to call it. I have seen them enough times. I know exactly what's going to happen and everything. So I can beat this game in probably under 3 hours. Maybe we'll see what happens. No, not under 3 hours. Just a little over. I think last time I got like 3 hours and 16 minutes. I'm not a speedrunner or anything. I've never been good at that part of it. These guys showing me this. I just recently beat this again too. I beat it like 60 something times. I used to count. But I lost count a while ago. It's well over 60 by now. But I've never beaten it on stream before. I do Metroid Fusion too, but I don't have an online expansion right now, and I don't want to pay for that. Wow, of course I would do that. I wish there's a way you could skip all the tutorials and all that stuff. That would be nice. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should just do Ori, because I already had that in the plan yesterday, and I didn't get to stream Ori because I didn't have my Switch. That happened yesterday. Now if this was a series, maximum, basically stream this for an hour, probably two streams is all it would take me to beat this. I could probably beat this in one if I streamed it for 3 hours. But that's not going to happen. I've tried to do this before. I know you can do a little trick here, but I'm not good at it. I think you need to charge anyway. Sometimes I do feel like I do get lost still. I don't know how I do it, but you guys will see it. It'll happen. After all the times I've beaten it, I still do that. I'm just really bad when it comes to directions. Being a Metroid fan, well, being like that it's kind of sucks. You know, the thing about why I didn't stream Ori, honestly, the situation, then I had the power situation, and then the game. Last time I streamed, I was stuck, and I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna be wandering around the whole episode. I think it's another thing I'm worried about, but I'm gonna stream it tomorrow if I can. But I might not. Also, I don't know if I'll be able to. It's another thing I probably should have streamed Ori because I'm actually not be able to stream tomorrow. There's a possibility. Why are you going that way? You're going the way I need to be, bud. Luckily, this one's pretty easy to get away from compared to the next ones. Can't get that yet. That's a missile tank. Save again because you know why not. I actually should record this because I thought about making like a Metroid Dread video. All right. Ow. Are you serious? Not gonna die, please. Most of the times I die on this game, it's from Emmys. Last time I think I died, I think I had 5 deaths at the end or something like that. I looked at how many I had. Most of them are from Emmys, so if I died that way, that would have been real stupid. Oops. Okay, next area. Oh, poo. Get out of here. You're not gonna get me. Yeah, I kind of wanted to make like a review video or something, or like theory video, because I had some weird like theories of this game. Some like things about, I don't even remember now. It had to do with like the ship or whatever. I was thinking of possibilities of who could have left this planet, because there's a ship in this game, a Mockin ship that's there, but when the planet starts exploding, it's gone. When you're in the self-destruct sequence of this game, it's gone. So someone left, and what I think is it's probably just like some of those Chozo guys take the bag the X, so they're gonna leave, and then there's gonna be a whole spread and everything. I'm sure there's people. I'm the people that made stuff like that, but I was thinking like, what if it was like Adam or somebody like that? It would be insane. Ow! Give me that. Get the heck out of here. The smoothness of this game, it's amazing. It's the best thing about this game for sure. Get out of here. Might want to save again. Get out of here. No. We're about to take the first enemy down. No way. No way we can't, actually. We gotta kill the boss first. We gotta kill Corpius. We're pretty close. Corpius. Yeah, he's right up here. Give me that. I remember that video about that guy. I think he was from, what's that game called? But he was complaining about that part right there. My memory is not the greatest for me to recall stuff like that. I'm gonna make a Metroid video with that, but with this game, but that's gonna make it hard. I kind of want to make like a review video of this game. There's so many things I could say about this game there's a lot that I have to say about this game if we were to like write it down. It's hard for me to just. Maybe I would. I don't know. Playing this again. I probably won't. I mean, I might stream this to beat the game, but I don't think I'll stream this again after that because there's not really a reason. Skip through all this Adam talk. This isn't Adam, but you know. Expect me to talk about spoilers on this stream. I won't watch this if you haven't not beaten this game before. Maybe you could, but I guess if you don't really care about beating it. There was one day that I was having all kinds of thoughts about like theories and stuff about this game. It's like, and now I can't even remember what I was thinking. Get that guy out of here. No! There's no way I would be able to get back up there. You get to die for that. Maybe? going up here. Okay, we'll get rid of him now, and then we can go fight Carpius. I just forgot the order of events which happened. Don't ask me how. The missing is not going to help. Okay, he's dead. I always thought it is cool that those guys are Mother Brain reference. They're going down, bucko. Imagine he came from the left, but I know he always comes from the right. He always comes from that direction. Every time. So it's programmed to be that way. They could have it where he randomly comes to the left and you wouldn't expect it. Now I disparaged Magnet, and now we can fight Corpius. It actually takes a while in this game to actually fight the first boss. First boss on Fusion, Arachnus X, it definitely does not take very long. You just, basically what you do is you go to the beginning, and you go get the missiles, and then you go straight to fighting it. Basically, not much happens. This one you gotta go from one area to the next area, take out an enemy, and do all this stuff before you even can fight the first boss. I should have wrote a video about what my thoughts about this game when I did this the other day. We're just going to save real quick because you never know. Get that guy out of here. No. You don't get to do that. She has a really super cool, one of my favorite cutscenes after this part when you take this thing down. Ow, what the heck did I just do? Goodbye. Now we have the Phantom Cloak. Should we save after defeating the boss? Ow. Get the heck out of here. You should do Metroid Prime too. I would like to, if I would like to stream. I could stream all three of the Prime games. I mean, I do have the Prime trilogy, and I do have an HDMI adapter thingy that I bought a while ago. So it's possible that I could stream it on the Wii, or I could use Prime Hack, which I have. I guess. Alright, Kateris. I don't know if it's Cataris, Kateris, Cater, whatever it is. Kateris, Cataris, I have no idea. Get the heck out of here. Wait, let's have a look. This is where C57 will be. Get that guy out here. I don't really do sequence breaking or anything like that. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. Metroid fan. You'd think I would, but. And I've tried it, but I struggle. I haven't tried hard enough, I don't think. Yeah. I always thought it was fun that you can do that while in the air. That's not really how gravity works, but... Didn't have to kill it, but I did it anyway. Samus is a menace. Ow. I wish there was a way to turn off tutorials, like especially if you've beaten them multiple times and you don't need a tutorial. For some reason, they let you turn them off, but they just are always there. Oh well. Cannot go that way. I went the wrong way. You know what I was talking about earlier? Sometimes I still forget where I'm going. And how it's even possible with how many times I've played this. Oh, darn it. Whoops. Well, that's a fail. First death. Not that way. Well, now he's over there, so I can just go this way. I don't necessarily need to do that. So I thought. Can't go that way. Yep, can't go that way there, but we can use that as a checkpoint in case the enemy kills me there. Ah. It's hard to do that. You can't really do that on this game. Wall jumping is easier, but you can't and do it multiple times at once like that on the side of the wall. I don't know what they call that. I can't remember. I'm not a speedrunner, so. If I was a speedrunner, my 3 hours and 16 time would be awful. I don't know why I did that. I don't need to do that. Where are you at? He's over here. I don't think so, bud. Well, like I save a lot. There's probably a lot of times I don't necessarily need to save. I'm kind of doing it just in case. I wish you could skip this part. Some of this you can't skip. I wish you could skip this because I already know. I've been this enough times. Can't go that way. What we're just gonna do is go in here and then come back in. So hopefully he's in a different part of the room because I don't want to. Yeah, he's somewhere else. Ow. If I was on dread mode, that would have killed me. Save again, because why not at this point? We can get what's over here, but I'm not going to worry about that. I think it's just an energy part, so I don't really care about that. So I don't need it. We're not going for 100%. I've already beaten 100% before, so. Did unfortunately, I remember back did that. I had to have, I could watch YouTube videos to help, but I was able to do it. I only did it once, so I'd like to do it again. 100% on dread mode is something I still never done. That would be cool. We're getting pretty close to getting the berry suit now. We don't have the morph ball, so we can't do that. Ow. Okay, Dairon. For some reason, some of my brain reads Darion, but there's no I after the R, so it doesn't even make any sense. It's funny I couldn't stream Ori yesterday because I didn't have my Switch, and then I streamed this instead. I could have continued Ori, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like it at this very moment, so we'll do it in the next morning tomorrow. Maybe. If I can. I don't know. No. Alright, the power's back on. This is a pretty easy series for me to make because I could do this in 2 streams, this game. So I mean, yeah. I could do 3. I mean, I could do it in 1 if I just did 1 stream. Or, yeah, if I did a 3-hour stream, I guess. Okay, now we got that. Ow. Ow. What the heck? Didn't have it charged. You're not getting me. Okay, back to Cataris. Cataris, I don't know. One thing that I was thinking is, this is a complete outlandish like theory or whatever. But what if Adam was on the planet and he had somehow survived or something? I don't know. I've just had some weird ideas. I need to, because I had them. I was talking about them. What did I say? I should have made the video when I was thinking about it. Well, I was thinking that there's 2 ships that X had escaped, so she's gonna have to find someone to like help her escape or something, or help her deal with the X. I don't know how she would do it on her own because she would be the only Metroid left that could kill them, and so it's like, well, would she go to? I know she most likely wouldn't like bring the Metroids back, but what if she did? It's just like an outlandish thing, and I'm like, no, that's not going to happen, but what if it did? You know, kind of thing. Okay, second Emmy. I need to make a better video explaining my thoughts better. I don't have the best memory, so hard for me to just do that. That's why I need to write it down. I should have wrote down I was thinking about it because I had a bunch of... Ow, what the heck? Well, now we're going to have the morph ball, though, so... That's nice. You don't get the morph ball for so long in this game. But they were able to do that just because you can slide now. It's the first Metroid game where you can slide, so you don't need the morph ball right off the bat. Before, you couldn't do that. So you had to have the morph ball right from the beginning of the game to get through tight spaces. But a lot of them you can just slide under now, so you don't need it. Which is why we got it later in this game. This is quite late. You had to kill the second Emmy just to get it. I don't know why I stood here. This is probably not the best spot. Okay, now he's coming up this way. Make sure he comes up this way. Look how close we were there. That was not a good idea. Oh, I was thinking because the Ennies in this game are being controlled. They were sent here by the Federation, but they're being controlled by Ravenbeak. So what if they sound out more? Because these things were here to stop the X to begin with. So what if they were the ones that end up not getting controlled somehow, and they were helping her? I don't know how it would work. If someone else could just do it again. Because that was that easy for him to do. I don't know. There has to be some other way because it seems. Oh no, it's hard to think about what Metroid 6 would be like, but the fact that those two ships were just freaking disappeared tells me they said this was the end of the Metroid saga, which I think they meant by that is just literal Metroids. The literal Metroids would be gone. Not that there won't be any more 2D games. So I think there still could be a Metroid 6, but they said the end of the Metroid saga, so right there that confirms that Samus probably won't won't try to bring the Metroid back. I don't think she would anyway. But would she if she was desperate enough? I have no idea. Because they were created to begin with to get rid of all the X anyways. So but Samus being the only one left with the DNA, she's the only one that can kill them. And so if there's two ships and they spread to like multiple different planets, and then it just keeps spreading from there, how is she supposed to do it by herself? I have no idea. There's got to be a way for them to have the Emmys not get taken control of by someone else. I was thinking, like, what if this whole time the Federation... This is like something that's highly unlikely and I highly doubt, but what if the Federation gave Ravenbeak permission to use them? That would be insane. Huge plot twist. I mean, this one had a huge plot twist because Adam that you're talking to throughout at least this game has been Ravenbeak the whole time. Like, you're talking to him, and of course I skipped through all that, but we missed one energy part, so now we only have one, but I did on purpose because I don't feel like I really absolutely desperately need it, so ow. Okay, now we're going to be able to get the barrier suit. Get the heck out of here. The part leading up to getting the berry suit is probably the hardest part for me on Dread mode. One of the hardest parts, not counting the boss section. I mean, insane, but I figured it out at some point. Because under the flames, you just use the morph ball. That's the easiest way to get across it. Because if I keep the morph ball, there's a section up here that's really hard not to get hit by. But if you like use the morph ball and do that, you can avoid most of it. Ow. But since I'm not in Dread mode, I'm not worried about it. Okay, berry suit. Give me that. And the next game, she's going to lose her suit again, and then she's going to have to get all... Oh my gosh. Every single time. I wish there was a way that they could have a game where she has her full-powered suit anyway. What if she did, but she still needed... Like, she had her full-powered suit, but then she needed another suit for some reason. I don't know how they would make that work. Kind of like the suits that they have on the Prime games. But those you still need like the barrier suit and the gravity suit, and then you move up to those suits. So what if you like had it already, like the best suit already, but then for some reason you needed another suit instead of starting with the power suit, you started at the end with the gravity. I don't know. Or the fourth suit that you have on Metroid Fusion at the very end of that one. I always said that was kind of weird because wouldn't that just be the Barry suit? But then you get the Barry suit. You get the Barry suit on that game again too, but then you get a fourth stage suit after the gravity. It's kind of like her original suit, but she's able to use the ice beam or whatever when she has it. So it's kind of confusing because she has the Metroid DNA, which prevents her from using it. For some reason, with that suit at the end of Fusion, she's able to use that the ice beam. So I don't understand how that exactly works. Because technically, wouldn't that just be the various suit? I don't know. Because this game, you start, she lands on the planet with the berry suit. Of course, she loses it, but it makes you assume it's the same thing she was wearing when she left when you finished up Metroid Fusion. Get that out of here. I'm gonna fight Kraid now. He's not too bad. Watch me say that and then die to him, though. That would be funny. I had the hardest time with Kraid on Super Metroid. I mean, he's on that game. I haven't beat very much because it's kind of old and clunky. I mean, I've beaten it like 3 times. That one, 3 times. Yeah, I've beaten it 3 times. But I always get lost super easy in that one, and then the wall jumping thing, I don't know how to like wall jump in that game, so I'm not very good at it. So that game I struggle with a lot, which is why I only beat it a couple times, and why I think it should get a remake. Absolutely, if it doesn't get a remake, that's fine. It doesn't need one, but for things like that, it would be nice to, or if they just did one, but then maybe added that to make wall jumping and switching items and stuff like that easier. Maybe not having to use 5 missiles just to open a red door. I can't believe I've never streamed this game before. I don't think I have because I streamed Metroid 2 once. Freaking Metroid 2. I remember that. That was like a year ago. The heck, dude. I know it's possible to kill him instantly with the Morph Ball, and I've actually never done that. In my time of beating this game, I've never done that sequence break. And I know that this sequence break actually takes longer to do. It's just for fun. It takes longer to get the Morph Ball early than it would be to just come right here, but it's just for the heck of it. But I probably should try it at some point because I still haven't done it. I don't even know how you get it. Like, I need to look up a video or something. Well, that was a fail. No, I ran out. Did I just fall? Are you kidding me? Dude, I'm messing this up. Okay, that didn't go super well, but give me that. Diffusion beam. It's kind of interesting because you got like uh, the diffusion missile, which didn't return in this game. I thought that was a super cool one from Fusion. I wish they had returned it because it would have been cool to see what it would been like in this game. And you got the diffusion beam and you got the diffusion missile. But they're not anything alike. I can't remember. Is there a way to get something here right now? What the heck? I mean, that's possible. No, give me that. Why not? No, I'm playing this on Switch 1. I don't have a Switch 2. I know this game didn't get is not probably not gonna get a Switch 2 version. I mean, it's not a big enough game. I mean, for Metroid game, 3 million copies is a lot, but I don't think it's big enough for Nintendo to make its own version. It would be super cool, but Switch 2 version would be nice because you'd be able to decrease these loading screens even more than they already probably are if it was specifically made for Switch 2, but it's not, so they probably just don't see enough money in making a Switch 2 version of the game. Of course, you can play it on Switch 2, and it's fine. I know the loading times are a bit faster, but the graphics and everything look the same and everything. It just, if they made Metroid 6, they'd be able to do so much with that. Give me that. Kind of hope they do. Whoa. With the yellow Emmy here, this guy is super annoying. Oh, of course he's right there. Why wouldn't he be right there? We don't have the bomb, so we can't even do this part right here. Can't do that either. I don't have the grapple. There was a sequence break that I learned how to do once in one of the Emmy zones. There was one you can do to get somewhere early, and that's the only sequence break I've ever done in this game. I don't even remember how to do it now. It's been so long. I think I might have done it in one of my videos I did. People were thinking, I remember people had theories about the boss. I forget what his name is, but he's in Super Metroid. My memory sucks. Of course, it's not possible to get out there, but that's what people think it is. It could be. I mean, there could have been plans to have him in this game, but bringing Kraid back was cool because the last Metroid game he was in was Zero Mission, and that's a remake. So the last Metroid game in the timeline, the last time it was created was Super Metroid, which came out in 90, I think 94 is when it came out. It's been a while. In the timeline, that's probably only in Metroid, it's probably only a few years between Super Metroid and Metroid. I don't know how many years there would be. Probably just like 3, maybe less. Who knows? Because I don't think every single mission is in a whole year. Every single game is an entire year. Multiple games can be taking place in the same year. That's not something I really thought about before. Like Fusion is right before this, so I'm assuming it's not very much time has passed. Well, maybe it's only like a few weeks or something that's passed, like not very long. You can tell because the suit's like organic. It's repairing itself. If it had been like a year, I think it would have been a lot more repaired than that. So it hasn't been very long. Well, in real life, it's between Fusion and Dread. It's 19 years. That's a long time. Better not get Metroid 6 19 years after Dread. That would be insane. I don't think so. I doubt it would take that long if they make another one. Especially after this one sold 3 million, must sell. I would think that they want to. They want to just keep the momentum because they've got Mercury Steam, who's making them 2D Metroid games. They might as well just keep making them. And see, remake. Maybe the next one will be a remake. Who knows? I wouldn't mind that. The two games that needed remakes really badly, the original Metroid and Metroid 2 already got them, and Super Metroid doesn't need it like really badly or anything. But they could do it anyway, I guess. I mean, to make it more smooth they could make it have like look like Dread or whatever. I don't know how people would feel about like having Aeon and Super Metroid and stuff like that. I don't know. Super Metroid is just such a highly coveted game that messing with anything in the game would be really risky. And probably possibly controversial and maybe cause issues. They probably want to be careful with that one. I mean, I think it's fine if they gave it like Aeons and stuff and make the graphics look better, make it look more like this game HD wise, and then just the world is the same, everything is the same, it just looks better. Like, yeah, it doesn't really need, like they did with Metroid 2, Samus Returns remake. They made the whole world bigger or whatever. They made it way bigger. But I don't think Super Metroid is fine. I don't think they needed to do anything with that. I think the map could be exactly the same. I don't see any reason why not to have they could add, I guess they could add like something, but it doesn't really need it. That game is over 30 years old now, and it's still that good that it doesn't really need that much of a remake, which is insane. And then, of course, Metroid 2 came out like 2 years before. Insane to think about. But it came out on the Game Boy, so it aged a lot worse. So it needed a remake really bad. Of course, we got AM2R, but that wasn't an official remake. We did get an official remake. I wish they re-released that on the Switch. I wish they had done that. Of course, no, you have to be a 3DS to play it. And it released, I think it actually came out after the Switch came out, didn't it? So it didn't sell very well because the Switch had come out, so. But they still decided to make Metroid Dread anyway. Maybe they were thinking it would be like, oh, it's the name of the game. The game was going to be made in 2005 and didn't happen or whatever. Nope. Ow. Messed that up. I don't know if I just really need this, so I don't even know why. And I just used up all my missiles on those guys, so. Yeah, the one wasn't necessary, but I did it anyway. And I'll just shoot this for later, because why not? This is my favorite area, and I think water areas in Metroid games are always really cool. We can't do that. Those are falling blocks. That's not going to work. Ouch. Kind of feel like I should have thought about streaming Ori instead, because I might not be able to stream it tomorrow. I got 3 of those things after me. I'm going to die. You keep letting them hit me like that. That would be my own fault. I've only died once, and of course it was to an Emmy, so it usually is. And there's a plus 10 missile tank right here, so you definitely want to get that. See, I played this enough times that I remember where things are. It's just you haven't been playing this too much. I played this way too many times. Did I ever stream this? Because I don't think I ever streamed this. So I've got a Metroid playlist. I did a Fusion stream. I did a Metroid series, a Metroid Dread series. I did hard mode. I did AIM2R series. I remember what happened with that. I ended that because my file save got corrupted. And so, well, that was a. And then I did Metroid 2. Oh, that was 2 years ago. That was just after they added Metroid 2 to the online expansion. That was just after that. And so I decided to stream it. And I was going to do another one because at the time I didn't know you could play Metroid 2 on color on there. So I was going to do a color one too, but I never did that. I think I just decided it wasn't necessary. Yeah, I never streamed this. This is kind of surprising, so. There hasn't been a Metroid video on my channel. I know if I'm a Metroid fan, it's hard to get Metroid videos. But I think I tried Metroid Prime one time. I think I did stream it, but there was a reason. I don't remember for sure, but why I deleted the stream, and I don't remember exactly why I did that. It's hard because Metroid videos don't gather like a lot of views or a lot of comments or something, and I did not expect, honestly, I did not expect anyone to actually comment. I would be surprised on the stream. I thought I was going to do it anyway because I've never streamed before, and I enjoy this game enough to where I should do it, but I wanted to make that Metroid video. I just have a hard time with like memory and writing and stuff like that, so it would be, oh my gosh, seriously. I think it might be kind of a hard video for me to make. But I want to do that. A lot of people make Metroid reviews, but everybody has their different opinions and everybody's different. So there's not going to be one video that's the same. Okay, we can do that twice, by the way, and I don't know why I'm messing it up so bad. Oh my gosh, see, it's not even that bad. Oh my gosh. Flash Shift is my favorite Aeon ability on Metroid Dread, and between Samus Returns and Metroid Dread, it's my favorite Aeon ability because they're the only two games with it. I hope they make another. Then Mercury makes another one because that would be. Imagine a Super Metroid remake with graphics like this, or even better. It looks even better because it would be on Switch. It's exclusive. Most likely, I mean, of course it would be because. I mean, I guess they could, but it's probably going to be a while before one comes out. It'd be years. Because if we get a remake next, then Metroid 6 won't come out for a really long time after that because they're not going to release those two close together. We got Samus Returns in 2017, and then we got Metroid Dread. Samus Returns is a remake. Metroid Dread is not a remake. Metroid Dread is 2021, and then Samus Returns in 2017. So you got 4 years there between your remake. I mean, that's probably how long they probably started working on this right after they finished Samus Returns. So it probably took them 4 years to make this game. So if they decide to do a remake, then it could be how many years until after that, until Metroid 6 comes out. So it's hard because it'd be super cool to have a Super Metroid remake, but then if they do that, we're gonna have to wait a really long time for Metroid 6, and we don't absolutely don't need Super Metroid remake, even if it would be nice to have some of those clunky things in better. It doesn't need one as bad like Metroid 2 needed one, not even close. So it doesn't even really need one. Maybe a little bit of improvements, but it would be cool. But I honestly would rather have Metroid 6 because it'd be a whole new game, and then I wouldn't have to wait even longer to see what happens after this. I don't think it'll be 19 years this time. That was way too long. They decided they canceled Metroid Dread in 2005 because they didn't have the technology to do what they wanted, so they waited. And then they didn't have anyone to develop the game. I don't know why they couldn't develop in-house. It's never been explained. I have no idea why they have to have someone else to make the game. Maybe they just have too many projects or something. Oh, we have to stand right here. Brashini, go down to the left. He's going where I want to go. Why does he have to go that way? We'll be having a bit of a problem in a second. It's far enough away you can't hear me, haha. Well, I think we're at the point where we can actually take this guy out, aren't we? So we're going to have the speed booster now, too. Get out of here. I like the speed booster when you're doing these guys for the next ones. Because I just speed boost out of the next room and into here and just speed boost into these guys. And it just destroys their armor. And then the last one I do that and then I use the screw attack and it just obliterates it. Okay. Well, this will be the third enemy down already. I don't know if I'm going to end this yet. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just wait for him. I don't know which side he's going to... This is a lot faster than the other ones. Okay, he's made his decision. Get out of here. Super nice. This game has like the pins But I only used that in like the first playthrough. I used them. I used them to complete 100% the game, make it easier to come back. And then I never used those again because you don't need them after you beat it a certain amount of times. But it's nice to have for your first playthrough. Let's see. So we just go up there. Wait, why are we? Oh yeah, we go this way. Give me that. Now we just need one more of those. If we hadn't skipped that one, we'd have just got one energy tank, but that's okay. I guess I could go get back and get that if I really wanted to. Might as well get this. Ha 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 ha. That was probably the easiest one, Shine Spark one for me to do. Honestly. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to go that way. Right? No, I'm supposed to go up this way. I'm supposed to go right here. What the heck? Excuse me? What are you doing? There's another energy part right here, so I'll take... No, it's the energy tank. That's right. Okay. Get that guy out of here. Ah. No. We can't get what gets in there yet because we need the grappling for that. But I could just do it anyway, because just open the door. Because why not? Okay, and right here we can use this. What is going on with that? All right, and it just brings you right where you're supposed to go next. Yeah, get out of here. I like to do this right here. It's way easier to get up there. Yeah. This part we can't go up that way, so we have to go this way. Oh, you get that right here. Okay, I forgot. The grapple beam. It's cool they brought this back because the last 2D game before this would have been it was Super Metroid. I mean, this was in Super Metroid. It's in a bunch of the Prime games, but it's not. It wasn't in Fusion and it wasn't in Zero Mission. It's the last time you actually were able to use this in a 2D Metroid when we were in Super Metroid. It's super fluid here. And of course it is. It's been refined a lot. Most of the areas where you go bring you right to where you're supposed to be, and I know that's a common complaint some people, but I mean with my situation it's okay. It's like in between. It's not. It's more linear than Super Metroid, but it's less linear than Fusion. So it's like in between those two games. Fusion's like go this way, go this way. You're not gonna go any other way. You're just going this way, one direction. It was my favorite Metroid game for a long time since I was like 12. But this game topped it just because the controls and everything. That's the main thing because how smooth it was. Get this real quick. It's funny that they added a power bomb there. You can get that early, that easy to get. Oh, that's always so much fun watching that. We'll save it real quick, but I know exactly where I'm supposed to be next. Tomorrow, I'm planning on streaming Ori, and then if I can stream, then on Friday I'll probably end up streaming Hollow Knight or something again. If I can, we'll see how it goes. Definitely should have streamed Ori today. Oh well. I thought about doing this morning. I almost did it this morning. I was like, I don't really keeping my break, and then I was bored. And later in the day, I was like, okay, we're just gonna stream. And then for some reason, I decided to stream this game. I don't know. My plans are all messed up anyway, so might as well mess up any more. And then you're gonna want to get this. Give me that. Oh, this is the part where we meet. Oh, I kind of want to watch that cutscene again. Should they just do it? Because why not? It is a long one. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Why not, I guess. Just completely destroyed that artifact. This is a long cutscene. When I first watched this, I didn't even realize that. I don't know how I didn't make the connection, but I didn't realize that she had spoken Chozo until I watched some other people's reactions later. I was like, oh, that's what it was. But I didn't get it the first time. I also didn't figure out the first time that he was at him the whole time. I didn't catch that either when I got to that point of the game. Her neck right there, she looks like she doesn't have a helmet on. It looks like your neck. It's weird. That's how it spreads. Then he gets killed right after this for telling her that. I just watched the whole thing and I didn't have to. You know why not? A lot of times I avoid even getting that counter because I don't really need it. You just use this. Ow. Did I just die? Oh, you kidding me? Well, now it sucks. Watch the cutscene again? Let's not. Well, that's how you do it right there. I think when I get to the next save, I'm just going to end this. Next, we're supposed to go to Berenia, though. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.